Heat Seekers, I'm Nick. Corsair just announced their brand new 120mm and 140mm QL fans that feature lighting on both the front and back of the fans, and obviously, yeah, we're lucky enough to have a few sets on hand already for an upcoming project. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to install these when you buy these in a kit. And this video, although I'll be using the 120mm kit for installation, is also applicable to the 140 kit as well. So yeah, let's do it. Before we begin, I just want to make this super clear. This guide is for demonstration purposes only. Every system, every case, every cooling solution is different. This guide is just to give you the fundamental understanding of how the lighting and the fans connect to the Corsair lighting node core, and not the Commander Pro, because you can actually use these fans with the Commander Pro, but yeah, that's a different video for a different time. This guide is not about installing fans or liquid cooling or anything like that. If you have any questions, make sure you watch the whole video before asking any questions, because chances are I'm probably going to answer them in this video anyway. So here's some of the inevitable questions that people are most likely going to ask. No, you cannot connect a single LL or QL fan without either the Lighting Node Pro, the Lighting Node Core, or the Commander Pro. No, you cannot sync Corsair fans with your motherboard in most cases. There are exceptions, but I won't be covering that in this video because it's not really relevant to this video. No, it won't work with Aura Sync or RGB Fusion or any motherboard sync. Yes, you need to connect both cables on the fans to get them to work properly. We don't know about the availability or the pricing in your region at the time of filming this video because they're basically not out when we're making this video. So yeah, please refer to your old friend Dr. Google if you have any questions. With that said, this guide is going to show you how to plug everything in. We're going to take a quick look at Corsair iCUE and how to configure the lighting, and not show you how to cable manage. Trust me, we're aware there's heaps of cables, but like with every lighting solution, they have just as many cables too. With all that said, let's jump into it. All right, let's take a look at what's in the QL120 RGB kit from Corsair. The 140 kit will be basically the same, except the 140 kit has 2 fans and the 120 kit has 3 fans. So yeah, let's move along and get it out and see what's inside. The first thing is this little box of accessories. And yeah, we're gonna just take a look at all these things just to make your life a little bit easier so you can understand what they are. The first thing is the brand new lighting node core. So you'll notice that there's only one box now, and it's got the fan lighting connectors on each side of it, and there's one SATA or SATA power connector and a USB header, and they're permanently attached to the lighting node core. And I'm so glad that Corsair's finally decided to give us one box that does almost everything. Well, in this price range anyway. Now, there's also a bunch of fan screws, which is pretty standard stuff here. We've also got all of the documentation, which basically we're going to be discarding for this video, because this video will cover everything in this manual in a visual form to make your life easier. Okay, let's get the fans out and just inspect the brand new fans so we can see what makes these different to the older LL fans. Now, obviously, there is 3 fans in the kit, like I already mentioned, and the build quality has changed considerably. Now, the front of the fan looks much like an LL fan with a new center cap, but as we flip the fan around, you'll notice it has lighting on the back side as well, which is quite nice, which means essentially you can install the fan anyway in your system and you will get the same amount of light emitting. There's also a new center ring on the back side too, which emits light, and yeah, it's overall quite a nice new package, and it's about time that Corsair made these fans. I know people have been requesting them for a very, very long time. As with most RGB fans, there's 2 cables. Now, they've actually conveniently labeled what each one does now. So this one plugs into the RGB hub, and this one plugs into your PWM fan connector. Alright, now I'm doing a little bit of a flat lay so we can get an idea of how this all plugs in before we put it into your system. I like to do this because it gives us a good visual representation of where everything goes. So I'm going to show you how to plug the lighting in first. Like I already mentioned, the RGB hub label is on the cable that needs to plug into the lighting node core. It's very, very straightforward. Just go ahead and plug it straight into the lighting node core and rinse and repeat that process until all 3 fans are plugged in. It's very, very simple. They've actually made this a lot easier for people who are starting out with building their first PCs. You'll notice there's two additional cables coming off the box. One is a USB connector that plugs into a USB header on your motherboard, which allows for the software control. And the other one is SATA or SATA power to actually drive the power to the fans, but this is for lighting only. Now, you'll also notice there's another cable, which is the PWM fan cable. This is for powering them. This makes them spin, but I'm going to show you two ways in which you can plug this into your system. The first way that you can do it is by using a PWM hub. This is just a generic PWM hub out of some case that I had laying around, and basically you just plug all three fans into that, or you would use a three-way PWM splitter, which you basically plug all three fans into this splitter and then you plug the other end into your motherboard. Just going to run over this one more time. This is the lighting node core with all of the lighting connectors plugged in, and a PWM fan connector or a splitter or a hub can be used to drive power to the fans themselves. Now, this setup is very straightforward and it's the easiest lighting setup I've seen in quite a while. Let's get this installed in our test system so you can see it in action. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is place two fans on the front and one on the rear. And the reason why we're doing this is to show you that it doesn't matter which way the fans are facing, that it will just work. And yeah, so we're not going to be focusing on cable management or anything like that in this video. We're just going to show you where to plug everything in to get the fans spinning and to get the fans completely lit up. So what I'm doing here, because this is an all-in-one liquid cooler installation, I'm feeding the cables to the back side of the case, and this will most likely be the way that you would do it with your own installation. So yeah, feed those cables through, Nick, and let's speed it up a bit so you don't have to waste all the time in the world watching me spend a couple minutes doing this. And yeah, I'm just attaching it to the back side of the radiator on the Corsair H100 Pro, which is a liquid cooler that you can use this for. And I'm going to show you how to plug these fans directly into this liquid cooler in particular, and how to plug the fan into your motherboard to power it as well. So there will be two ways for powering the fans. The first thing we're going to do is install the lighting node core. And as you can see, you can connect up to 6 fans, well, the lighting for those 6 fans, up to this singular device. There's connectors along the edges of them, which make them easy to plug in. They can only be plugged in one way, so you can't mess this up. They'll physically only fit one way. You also have the SATA power or the SATA power connector that plugs into your power supply on your system, and the USB cable that plugs into your motherboard for the software control in iCUE. Okay, what you want to do is locate the cable that's labeled 2 RGB hub that comes off the fan and plug it into one of the lighting channels on the lighting node core, and basically rinse and repeat that process until all of your fans are plugged in. And yeah, that's basically how easy it is to connect the lighting up. Well, that stage of the lighting anyway. The next thing we're going to do is plug in the power for the lighting node core. So what you want to do is locate the SATA or SATA power connector that comes from the core, and an available SATA or SATA power connector from your power supply, and plug it in. Easy as that. The next thing we're going to do is plug in the USB cable for iCUE software control. You'll want to locate a USB header on your motherboard. This is the X570 Aorus Master from Gigabyte, and this is what it looks like on this board. It may look different on yours, and basically just plug that cable into the header. It can only be plugged in one way. You can't get it wrong. It's fairly straightforward. And the last thing we're going to do is show you 2 ways of connecting the fan power to your system. Now, I already mentioned we're using the Corsair H100i Pro AIO liquid cooler. The way this works is you would plug it straight into the fan connectors that come off the pump top with this cooler. This is an option if your all-in-one liquid cooler has this functionality. Otherwise, I'm going to show you how to connect it the other way, and this is the most common way. In this case, we're going to be plugging the PWM fan cable straight into a PWM header on the motherboard. This is where it's located on this board. This is what they look like on most motherboards as well, and it's as simple as just plugging the cable in, and that's it. it should basically work. Okay, let's take a quick look at iCUE and how to configure the lighting node core in iCUE. I'll put a link to the latest version of iCUE in the description so you can download it and get it up and running. Basically, in the devices, you'll see the lighting node core appear, and all you'll need to do is click lighting setup, move down to the lighting channel setup, select the QL RGB series fans, and select how many fans you have connected to your lighting node core, and you should be good to go. The next thing you want to do is select the lighting channel setup, and you'll be able to go through all of the lighting effects and basically turn the front lighting off, the rear lighting off. You can assign all of the addressable LEDs on their own. You can basically do anything here. You can spend days and even weeks figuring this stuff out. But yeah, if you're lucky enough to get it working, it should look a little something like this. I think I covered pretty much everything in this video. We also have an LL fan and a Lighting Node Pro install video. If you want to check that out, it's up there right now. And if you've got any questions, feel free to head on over to our Discord and ask any questions you've got in the RGB and Fan Talk channel. Please don't mention me or any of the admins, or don't DM us either. If you like this video and it helped you, please like and subscribe and turn on that little notification bell. If you didn't like this video, you know what to do, and tell us what you hated about it. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You pick, we seek. And I'm really digging the look of these new fans. In fact, I think they're going to be ending up in my personal rig, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.